all right. This is You Can't Make This Shit Up. Your host, yours truly, David Washington and Joel Hawksley. Hey, Joel, how are you?
I am doing quite well, David. I want to say thank you for everybody who joins us. You can't make this shit up. Usually, typically, a House race and a special election goes to the Republicans, but the Democrats showed up and showed out, and I think that's what you want to talk about today. So,
Yeah, let me set it up. Here we go.
yeah,
Beth Matuga, the general counsel, or I'm sorry, the general consultant for the Florida House Democratic Campaign Committee's District 35 special election victory, was featured on Steve Schale's blog recently. She was discussing how the Florida Democrats secured a win in the January 2024 special election in House District 35, January 16th, not too long ago. After the primary, the FHDCC intervened and assumed control of the Tom Keene campaign. Congratulations to the FHDCC. However, the question remains, can this strategy be effective for the 2024 general elections across Florida? Let's go, Joel. Here we go. If you don't mind, I'd
nope.
like to start off. You know, Beth Matuga had a great blog post in Steve Schale's blog. And what stood out, which is in the title of this particular podcast, is, the Florida Dems cannot social media their way out of super minorities. And of course, Florida legislature and the governor's mansion. They spend a lot of money also, well over close to $2 million to secure a seat that is up for re-election in November. And so, again, kudos to the Florida House Democratic campaign.
Mhm.
But, however, can this be repeated across Florida for Democrats in 2024?
Nope. Okay, go on, David. Nope.
No. Joe's like, nope. There you go. Straight to the point, right from a Republican.
Just know, Evan Powers is he's upset. They're furious. They're going to. I'm sure they're going to target this seat with the same gusto that they should have in the first place. I believe that they were distracted. Um, Democrats did not win this seat as much as MPA's turnout switched from Republican loyalty to liberal loyalty. So a fluke, a $2 million fluke, as far as I'm concerned.
I
MPA
wouldn't necessarily, I wouldn't necessarily say it was a fluke. For some reason, NPAs voted 70% to 30 for Democrats, roughly that amount to win this. The Democrats were able to beat back a surge of Republican votes on election day, which Republicans are historically known to do, come out on election day. However, let's go back to the messaging, because it had to have been the messaging or lack thereof by either party. Let's start with the messaging. Whatever the Democrats were saying, perhaps it resonated with non-party affiliates. Those type of voters saw that, one, the King campaign was out there allegedly knocking on many, many, many doors and talking to residents. Or maybe those same type of voters were tired of the cultural wars here in Florida, tired of the lawsuits, against these particular laws that were passed by this supermajority and signed by Governor DeSantis, and things fighting, battling out in the courts. Maybe they were tired of the bans, the book bans. Maybe they were tired over the fight over um, a woman's right to her own, you know, health care decisions, abortion, access to abortion, et cetera, et cetera. Or maybe the messaging on the part of the Erica Booth campaign just didn't hit with non-party affiliate voters, painting Tom Keene as a communist, socialist, whatever. Um, Maybe not addressing the property issue, I'm sorry, the property insurance issue uh, resonated with voters. That was one thing that the King campaign hammered on: abortion and property insurance issues. So maybe somewhere in the messaging or lack thereof
Get home
is
insurance, and those that can are paying 300% more than just 5 years ago.
uh-oh.
Erica Booth is bankrolled by big developers, corporate landlords, and insurance companies. The same bad actors who helped create the crisis, then took a $3 billion taxpayer-funded bailout, canceled policies, and jacked up rates on millions of Florida families. Erica Booth can't fix the problem because she's part of it. It's
Wow.
millions of Floridians.
Isn't enough said?
That was a mouthful. That is an effective
Most expensive.
messaging.
One of the most expensive campaigns, and the Florida Democratic House showed up. They went on television. They had real commercials, and because the party in the Republican Party was removing their chairman, spending their unfettered attention, no attention paid to the money that they had invested in this campaign, being given to probably um, some of the worst actors in the Republican Party as far as taking those dollars and putting them into mailers when they could have done a campaign that actually competed with the Democrats. Shame on the Republicans for not doing what they needed to do. Pedicini, you did a horrible job. You spent the money. I hope you get the bankroll for it and enjoy yourself, because you basically lost this seat. And anybody who hires you because you're an attack dog should know you didn't attack the proper way. You did the same stuff the same old way. Shame on you. You need the innovation. You need the mindset to know that those dollars weren't going to be, paid attention to because the party was in disarray. So I say shame on you and give the money back. You lost this race. Democrats didn't win, other than the fact that they put the money in the right place. That's what I'm going to say. I finally say that's my last word. Republicans, don't trust every mailer out there. Yeah,
That was for you, Joel. That was a mic drop moment. In essence, you said it all. You said it all. And you're right. It wasn't the Democrats who won this, because they relied on the NPA vote. The Booth campaign was absent, except for the mailers and the mailers and the mailers and the mailers. You just can't win a campaign from a distance.
Well, you have to actively be wanting the job too. I mean, I didn't see Erica Booth put one bit of effort towards getting this job. I mean, she might as well be like Joel, an introvert, and stayed home. I mean, come on. I mean, at least I'm bold enough to get on here and have a conversation with you. Where's she come out and spoken to anybody? Did she take any invitations to talk on any radio stations? Was she at any party events? Like, she lost Orange County handily. She she I mean, she had a name that should have won in it's first on the ballot. Everything was set up for her to win this thing. So She lost it. It's
You have
not
to
the
ask
narrative.
yourself, how bad did she want it? How bad did the campaign want it? And again, you know, to see how Renee Placencia won, to see how Fred Hawkins won, and then to bring this type of campaign. And I can tell you, the Democrats were, they were concerned. They were very concerned going
You
into
had to
this
be by the
special
numbers.
election.
David, let's talk about the numbers because you're right. Democrats didn't show up. If you were looking strictly at numbers and past performance as a Democrat, you're probably shaking in your boots
Hmm.
come election day
Yes.
because the numbers showed that Erica Booth had it won if every trend had stayed the same. But then to have 70% of the NPAs say, hello, surprise, guess what? We didn't vote for you, Erica. That
You're right.
was an effective. So that was an effective commercial because it said, Tallahassee's been controlled by the Republicans, and they failed you on the most important issue. You've lost your insurance. I didn't see that commercial half as many times as I saw the abortion commercial. But that commercial, I only need to see that once. And as a regular, non-political person, I'd say, you know what, that's right. Because every single one, it's not a matter of, if you're going to get canceled. It's just a matter of when you're going to get canceled on your homeowner's insurance.
That's a good point. And for the Democrats, let's look a little bit more at the Democrats. I'm going to, do a little deep dive here. The Democrats must have a sustainable model moving forward that can replicate these surprise wins and hold on to seats with greater margins moving forward. And again, knocking on 68,000 doors, that's awesome. That is awesome for the Democrats. And that's where, again, the basis for our strategies is the field operations. That's a pillar of effective strategy and effective winning campaigns. Going to where voters are, their front doors, their driveways, their front yards, and from their devices, specifically where they're at in front of their devices. I need to clarify that. It's important. And as Beth stated in this particular blog post, it's great that you have a core of volunteers, getting out there every day. However, it was a paid canvassing field operation that complemented the volunteers. And you need to invest in a paid canvassing operation in order to knock on 68,000 doors and make a difference. Volunteers alone are not going to cut it. Going on Mobilize and hoping and praying every weekend that someone shows up to knock on doors for you is not going to cut it. Again, as your political innovators, it takes some innovation to win. And that means putting together an effective canvassing team, an effective canvassing strategy with reliable data to get to those 68,000 doors in a timely manner where it matters. That's important. Second, for the Democrats moving into November, this cycle, not every Democratic candidate can rely on the Florida House Democratic Campaign Committee. They just can't. How many Democrats are running? So the FHDCC, unless there was a huge infusion of money, there will not be the representation of this particular group of individuals in every campaign. So each campaign needs to have innovators like us who know strategy, who know field operations, who know media, who know communications, marketing, branding, and putting it all together, being able to get after that vote and knowing the Saturday before election day that your candidate is winning. That's what we can do. And that's what Democrats need to understand they need to do. Third, and this is something, a shot at the political consultants out there. This particular win for the Democrats was managed in-house. So it was the Florida House District Committee. But again, not every campaign is going to have this organization involved. So you have to create a team. You have to have a team. Not someone who's going to, carry your briefcase or your purse as you travel across your district, but a team who's actively every day working on your strategy and understands your district. So the Anthony Petticini's coming all the way from the Gulf Coast over to House District 35 and a strategy of mailers on mailers on mailers. The conversation that I've had with people in the district who receive these mailers, they're like 2 inches thick from both parties. 2 inches thick. That's crazy. Poor trees.
Well, I truly believe that the Democrats had every effort to be able to focus on one race. That takes all the pressure off of them. They could sink every dollar into one area. That's a lot of effort for one seat. That let's see, how much are you going to get accomplished when you get up there? Let's see, you didn't get any committee meetings. You didn't get to do anything. You're going to get no legislation passed because there's no way. You're just a figurehead. So guess what? You spent $2 million for Key to get in office, and going to be able to vote on other people's bills. Listen, that was money well spent for the PR portion of it, but for legislation, that was a waste of money. And thank Erica Booth for not being the candidate that she should have been. So,
indeed,
my final word is you're gonna have to raise a whole lot more money to be able to concentrate in 67 counties, because it's going to take 67 county active races for the Democrats to even have a shot of making a dent into that House majority.
right. And I'd just like to say, a lot of this is common sense. However, common sense has to be complemented or supplemented by some type of strategy. There's a science to this, believe it or not. There's a science to this. And for those campaigns and candidates who think, okay, I'll just jump in, and because I'm well known amongst this particular organization, or in my HOA, or I'm on the board of this or that people will vote for me. That's not true. That's not going to happen. You have to actually work at it, and you have to put some time into it, reasonable amount of time. We're going to have a bunch of candidates file for office. We're going to have a lot of judicial candidates file for office. A lot of people with a lot of money, a lot of opportunities for inefficiencies. And what I'm happy to say, and always happy to say, that we pride ourselves as your political innovators of being efficient, using efficient technologies and methods for a better campaign. Again, if you follow the strategy, you're likely to win. I guarantee it. Yeah, that's a guarantee. However, we have to follow the strategy. Again, congratulations to the Democrats. You won another seat. It was Jacksonville, now HD 35. What is the sustainable model? Yes, we talked about it, a 20-step plan last year. 20-step plan, a sustainable model. But again, you can't social media your way out of Superminorities. Just can't. I'd love to see the stories, the photographs, the pats on the backs, the congratulations and things like that. but
I'm
that's
gonna
just
win
a
an election
very
right
small
now.
audience. Was that
I'm
Joel?
gonna win. I'm gonna win an election right now. Let's see. I'm on Twitter. I'm on Facebook. I'm on everything, but I'm not in the room. You got to be there. You got to be there, or you can't win. So,
That's true.
thanks for the topic. Thank you again. Congratulations to Tom Keene. I hope you're comfortable in the cold weather on that in that nice office you have up there, and find your office down here and get everything set up because you have 1 year of oh wait, you're gonna have to go through an election right now. Ching, ching, ching.
Congratulations, Tom. Congratulations, Democrats. We hope for continued wins for the party. Again, to the best candidates representing the best ideas of their communities, give us a call, DM us, let us know your comments. We'd love to hear what you have to say. We want to hear about facts, not necessarily about your feelings. So please comment, share, like, hit the notification button. We are your political innovators. Thank you, John, for producing today. Thank you, team, Zach, Danielle, Angelina. Kellen, where are you? I'll excuse you from school today. Okay, we're out of here. Thanks, Joel.
Thanks.